this is Revelation 3:9. Behold, I have made them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. So the Most High showed them up. They are the synagogue of Satan, and you can see them worship who them give honor to. Amalek. Sorry, Moloch. Right? The goat of Bramford. Right? Baphomet. So those are what their God is, not the Most High. Right? So the Most High, let me read that again. It said, behold, I will make them the synagogue of Satan, that say they are Jews and they are not. So the Most High said they are liars. So the one them in the land right now that call themselves Jews, they are not. They are imposters. They are imposters. They are the same elder son of Isaac. Let me give you Romans 9 and let me start 24. Matter of fact, let me start at 10 and Romans 9 and 10. And not only let me start up 9. For this is the word of the promise, at this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but Rebekah had conceived, and one even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither done any good nor evil, that the purpose of God according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that called. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. So that's what they mean by the elder shall serve the younger, because the practice back then is the younger one was supposed to serve the elder one, right? As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So the part of the more I bring out right there is that the Most High chose Jacob, because he's the smallest son of Isaac, right? Esau's brother. So the whole thing about is that now the whole law or the whole commandment was given unto all. Was given unto Israel, not Esau. They are the one that came through. They are the one that came through the transact slave trade. We are the one that came through. Was at the bottom of the pit. We are the one that went through all the wickedness coming up, all the terrible things that happened in through time coming up. It wasn't them, right? So the scripture was referring to who? We, not them. So the Israel back then, the Israel which was in the land back then is not the Israel what in the land now, because slavery came up. We were brought in the chance of the slave trade. You know, we were sold onto the same enemies. We were sold onto them. You know, we weren't always this low, but because we break the commandments of the Most High bring us to naught because we're wicked. It's not because they bring us down or they're better than us, it's because we're wicked. That's the reason why we went down low, right? Because the whole thing is about following the law, statutes and commandment, because those are the things that actually keep us seen and to have faith in the Most High. So all of this were transgressed. So the Most High said and gave we the law. Israel got the law, but we break them. We break them because listen, very hard here. This is Deuteronomy 28. Yeah. Alright, so this is Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna start at 40. Yeah, 28 and 48. Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Therefore shall thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, and he shall destroy thee. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle. So the nation that was brought up against us is the so-called white one, right? So the Most I said, he might put a yoke of iron upon it because we white, because we transgress. That is the reason why we are in the predicament where we are today. That's the reason why we're not in the land, right? Because we transgress. So the Most I said, once transgress, he might go beat us, and this is the beating that the Most I promised unto us. Slavery. Says it wasn't them take us down. It was the Most High punishing us because we were being wicked. Up to this point, we are still wicked. Right? So we are the one that went through slavery. We are the one that went through all manner of wickedness from these guys. This Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Let me just read the last chapter. It said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way thereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwoman, and no man shall buy you again. So all we as a people were sold for bondmen and bondwoman. We never, I don't think you ever see the white man was getting sold. And that scripture, that whole paragraph was referring to who? The Israelites. Not the Israelis were in the land right now. If you look up, they never once went through that. Never once went through anything like that. So how come then they are the one that call themselves Israelis? Right? Because they are thieves, gutter rats. You know?